Welcome back to another live here with Design Bundles. Today is the biggest day of the month. It is Dollar Deal. So you guys know, if you guys are not new here, you guys know that this only lasts for an hour unless you guys are a member. You guys have 24 hours. So if you guys are new here, this is your information you need to know. Like I said, you only have 1 hour. So what we're doing is we're going live an hour before. So that way you guys have time to figure out some of these crafts and see them in play and then go over and purchase them. So we're going to do this before we go live with that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys first what designs. We have 42 designs. And guess what? Once again, we get to give away all 42 designs. So there's going to be one lucky winner at the very end. We're switching it up just a bit. So we are not going to give you that hashtag until we get ready for Q&A. So make sure you guys stick around for that. You also have to be live to be able to win. So make sure you guys stick around, like I said. So we've got a few different projects between paper crafts. We have adhesive as well as sublimation. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up my screen here so that way I can walk you guys through the designs for today. So there's 42 of these things. You have a mixture between sublimation, which is your PNG files. You have some for your, HTV, your adhesive vinyl, which is going to be your SVG files. We even have things for the Glow Forge and things like that. So just going to kind of scroll through here a little bit. So if you guys haven't already headed on over. And if you guys notice, if you're new here and you're not a Plus member and you notice that I have an after party member, that means I'm Plus. And so I have an extra 24 hours. So consider being a Plus member because number one, you're going to save, if you guys are a Gold Plus member, I believe 15%. So it's even going to be cheaper than that dollar. And I do believe it's 10% for the other Plus. So definitely make sure you guys check that out if you're not already a Plus member. This is the perfect time to sign up. Our dollar deals are the perfect time. If you guys are new to Cricut, you're new to Sublimation, Glowforge, and you guys need some files to stock up, you know that they could get expensive. Today's the day. Not only are you paying for one, you're paying for an entire bundle for $1. And then when you take it to the checkout, you're going to see some extras. So definitely make sure you check that out. So just kind of scrolling through here. This one is super duper cute. I love this one so much. I could see this on a t-shirt, a coffee mug. Absolutely love that. We have some fonts going on here. These 3D projects are super cool. So I'm definitely going to have to try one of these super soon because you guys see this bear. I love that. You guys could put that in a frame. This rainbow would be so cute in a kiddo's room. We've done some paper crafts here like that. So if you guys haven't seen some of those 3D with the foam dots, make sure you guys check that out. We've got some rolled flowers. Now, this is one of the ones that I'm using today. I'm going to show you guys how to sublimate on glitter HTV on a tea towel. So we're going to do that today. And as you can see, this bundle in itself has some really cute ones. So not only am I throwing it on a tea towel, you could do a t-shirt, like I said, a pillow, all sorts of fun things with this one right here. Lots and lots of cute ones. You could put this on a tote bag for an Easter basket. So many ideas. We have this one right here is another one that I'm working with today. This one is a bundle inside of a bundle. So it has not only just designs, it has bundles inside of this bundles, which is super cool. So I'm going to be showing you guys the Zodiac Signs today. So we're going to be playing around with this one. It is so cute. It comes with tons of those. But like you see inside of here, tons of fun stuff. We have patterns from cheetah and leopard and all that fun stuff. And then scrolling through here, we've got some fun stuff for 4th of July because you know that we need to start prepping for those crafts as well. So cute. And if you guys are just now joining us, make sure you guys are letting us know, where are you guys from? What are you crafting? And who is excited? I want to see a raise of hands. I want to see some hearts. Who is excited for the dollar deal? I also want to know, are you after the SVG files, the PNG, Glowforge? I want to know, what are you guys going to be snagging today? All right, so just kind of going through here a little bit more. Look at this one, a huge craft bundle. Look at this ginormous bundle inside of this bundle. Bundles after bundles. You can kind of just scroll through here and see all of these things from t-shirts and it looks like ornaments, all sorts of fun stuff. These ones are really cute as well. So I could go on for days showing you guys this stuff. Look at this. We have signs These ones are really cute as well. These are more keychains, so bundles inside of bundles for $1, guys. It is just unbelievable. Now, here's another one that we are doing today. So I'm going to be doing the super cute Easter bunny here. These are amazing for Easter. Easter's right around the corner. And so you can make these for the kiddos. These would be just a great gift. If you or grandma and you want to craft with the kiddos can put them together. Even mom wanting to craft with the kids, whoever. This is just a fun craft. And it comes with so many of these. So not only for Easter, you could use these for anything, birthday parties or whatever. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up because I believe I have one more to show you guys, which is right here. Now, I wanted to talk about this one because I'm actually going to be sublimating this on a wood round that is made for sublimation. But the really cool thing about this bundle is it comes with an SVG as well as the Glowforge file. So you could create this with adhesive vinyl on a wood round. We have linked those down below for you guys. Everything that I'm using today is linked below. But you could also create it, like I said, adhesive vinyl, but you can also use your Glowforge. So you could score this if you wanted to. You could engrave it and then come back and paint those or create those layers as well. So lots of fun things with these ones. I'm going to be doing this one right here. So we'll be getting that one here in just a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and drop the camera and get ready to craft. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drop our camera down here. So like I said, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much. I see Debbie from VA. We've got the PA. We have Massachusetts. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. I am so excited for y'all, especially if you guys are new. You just got your machines and you're needing to stock up on some files, whether you are a small business and things like that. These are going to be great. All right, so the very first thing, I've got a paper craft I want to put together, that super cute bunny. I've picked up my Easter eggs. Now, the ones that work really good with this are those Cadbury, but you could definitely put those plastic Easter eggs in there. I have a tutorial here on the channel showing you guys how to kind of size these if you need to. So I've just picked up these. Now, you guys can purchase these individual as well. So if you just need one of those. I have some, I might be using the foam dots to kind of hold it in place. We'll see about that. I've cut out a few of those just so you guys could see them in different colors. So it's really cool, those Zodiac ones for the keychains. So I've cut out a few of those just so you guys could see them. So cute. I love it. So we have some acrylic blanks for those. These are 3 inches. We have the hardware for those, and I've got some jewelry pliers. And then I've got a clean cloth. I've got a squeegee, some transfer tape. I'm using the Tombow glue for this, but you could definitely use that glue from the Dollar Tree if you wanted to. A weeding tool, I've already weeded all that. I have a heat glove ready to go because, like I said, we are going to be sublimating. I printed this on that 13 by 19 paper using my Sawgrass SG1000 with the bypass tray. But if you guys have the bigger Epson, you can also do this as well. And then, like I said, I'm going to be doing that with the Sublimation wood round. So I've already got our big press ready to go for that. Now I'm going to save that one for the last, as well as our other one. We're going to be sublimating this on this cotton tea towel, but what we're going to be doing is using white glitter HTV. Now, along with that one, we are going to be using the new Cricut 9x9. So we're going to be putting that to the test again today. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our paper craft here. Once again, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys want to win all 42 designs, make sure you guys stay tuned. Once we get to Q&A, we are going to announce the hashtag for you guys. So stay tuned on that, and we'll be announcing it very soon. Also, if you guys have any questions along the way, make sure you drop them down below. Brittany is in the comments down below, so she can help answer those. And then we'll also be doing that Q&A. All right, so this comes in multiple layers. It's so easy. You need very minimal cardstock. And so you're going to have all of your pink cut out together. So you're going to have your back layer. You're going to have the back layer for this. And then actually that might be the center. And then you're going to have your bottom here with your score line. So hopefully you guys can see that. It's going to score it for you guys. So we're going to have our bottom, which is going to hold our egg. And then you're going to have just a simple piece of black. You can use your scraps. And then that gray, look how cute this bunny is. So cute. So that black layer makes the eyes. And then you have your little pink layer here. So yes, it's going to be like this. So that way you have pink on pink. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my Tombow glue here. So I'm going to go ahead and get it ready. I know in my luck, it's probably clogged a little, but we'll see. But Tombow is one of my absolute favorite glues of all time. I've been using it for the last few years. And it's just so easy to use. So you're just going to kind of scribble some adhesive around here, just like so. These would be so, like I said, if you were a teacher, you could cut these out for the kiddos to make in class. It would be so much fun. It's such a great project. for the kiddos. Now I should have not had adhesive here. So all I'm simply going to do is go through and wipe out the adhesive I didn't need, wipe it on the back side of my bunny here. All right, a little more there. There we go. But like I said, this would be great if you're a teacher as well. Such a fun project to do with the kids. And even as adults, so much fun. There we go. And I'm just going to get a little bit more glue, just like that. All right. So let's go ahead and flip this one over. So this project is so quick. These were so fast to cut out. These are already sized for you. So all you simply have to do is just load it into Cricut Design Space, take it straight to cut it out. So it's such a quick project. They cut out super quick. I used my Cricut Explorer 3, but I would think that you could use your Cricut Joy for this as well. It's just going to separate your pink a little bit more, which you could use that longer 12, what is it? 5.5 by 12 maybe. Anyways, I think you could definitely get away with it there. All right. So now what we have to do here is we have to bend. See where our lines are? We're just going to go ahead and get a fold on those. So we're just going to bend those in. Super duper easy. And so I'm going to go ahead and glue the first part of our bunny down on this right here. And you may want to get it up enough to where it can still sit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and get a little bit of adhesive here. You could even use double-sided tape if you wanted to. You can use your little tape runner for this project. There you guys go. Let me know, what do you guys think of this so far? Are you guys going to be making any of these? Have you already started making some of these? We also have several more, if you guys are wondering as well, outside of the dollar deal, lots more stuff for the birthday parties and holidays and things like that. All right, so you're just going to hold it down for a sec, and then we're going to move on. Now, like the Tombow Glue, the thing like I like about that too is it's pretty quick to lock down. So you're just going to make sure that everything's lining up with that side. And then we're just going to get this one down. There we go. So cute. I love it so, so much. All right. So now you guys can see our holder. It's just that easy. So cute. You're just going to pop your egg inside just like this. And there you have it. So you would have set it. Now, what I was thinking here is you could definitely just take like a foam dot if you wanted to kind of keep it closed a little. So I was thinking about just taking one right here. You guys see that? And then going like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that just to kind of help hold that guy in a little bit better. And you can just prop it up like so. It's so stinking cute. So, so easy to make. But there you guys have it. First project done. Now, as you guys seen, there is a ton of these included in that bundle. And it's just going to make such a great gift, or even just to decorate throughout the house, or like I said, t-shirts to make with the kiddos or grandma or mom, whoever. Such a fun project on a rainy day as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set this first project out of the way. I'll kind of keep it over here so you guys can still see the little guy. And then we're going to move on to our keychains. So we've got our acrylic blank here. Now I'm going to go ahead and put all three on the acrylics, but I'll only put one of them together just so you guys can see us walk all the way through. All right. Now, I've talked about in our last live is the Zodiac Signs are super, super trendy right now. So if you guys are looking for a great gift for your kids, your nieces, nephews, or, grandkids or whatever, you're going to win their heart with these. So the first one, we've got it here already weeded out, ready to go. I've got a piece of transfer tape. Now, I've already cut this down, and I'm going to be able to use it all the way across the board because it's the same size, and I'll be able to use it multiple times. So we're going to go ahead and go right on top of this. And then we're just going to go ahead and take our squeegee tool here, get that down, and peel. We're just going to line this up. I'm just kind of being mindful of where that hole is. And then we'll go ahead and rub down this one right here. We're going to pick this guy up, and that easy. We've made an acrylic keychain. So cute. And I love it because it's kind of like a splatter of paint. And I absolutely love these designs. So cute. So I'm going to go ahead and do two more for you guys just because I want to make sure you guys can see a variety of these designs here. So we're going to go ahead and get this one here. Get our squeegee here. Once again, if you guys are just now joining us, today is our dollar event. So make sure you guys, 45 minutes left. Make sure you guys tune in and head on over there right after the show and get ready for the dollar deals. You're just going to head on over to designbundles.net. If you guys are new here to Design Bundles, you do not have to. You can purchase them. You have to purchase them within that hour. You can't just put them in your cart and walk away. You have to check out. And then you don't have to download them right away. We'll save them for you forever. So you can come back and download them whenever you want to, however many times you want to. So that's what's really awesome about us as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this one as well. Now, somebody tell me quickly, is this design supposed to be up or down? Up or down? You guys let me know. See that right there? Should we put it in this direction? I want to say that it goes in this direction, or do we put it in this direction? I say we put it in this direction here. I'm going to go ahead and go peek back at it really quick just to make sure that I am going to do it correctly. And I want to say that it's in this direction. All right, so we're going to roll with it. I think it's this way. So we're going to go with it, peel it off. And you guys could see how easy these were. Double check myself, make sure we've cleaned that off. And there you have it. So whether you're making these for yourself, whether you are making these for a friend, family member, for the kiddos, I'm telling you, these right here are going to steal the teens' hearts. So these are so much fun. And they're so cute. Look at these things. So cute. So next thing we need to do is peel off our backing. Just like so. Now, also keep in mind, if you guys are just now joining us, we have not announced the hashtag yet. We're going to do that at the Q&A. And you guys can have a chance to win all 42 designs today for the dollar deal. So definitely make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So there we have it. Is that not cute? I love it so much. All right, so let's go ahead and get our other two really quickly. We've got two more of these. And let's see. Now, remember, like I said, if you guys are a Plus member, you guys do have 24-hour access. So you guys do get a longer time to check those designs out. All right. I did get adhesive on here with my sticky hands from my Tombow Glue, but here we go. So there is this one. So stinking cute. I love these. So cute. And like I said, it's already like a paintbrush stroke. And then we have one more to look at. These colors are cute as well. This is Starcraft that I'm using today. In case you guys are wondering, I'm using Starcraft Permanent. Now, if you guys are wondering too, I have used removable vinyl on these keychains and they have lasted for years. So yes, you can use removable as well. There you guys go. Look at that pink. Is that not cute? Thank you so much. Yes, you guys, if you guys are loving this, hit that thumbs button. Give us some hearts. We really, really appreciate it. So stinking cute. And if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you guys consider subscribing today. We have tons of fun lives, tutorials, lots of stuff from Cricut, Silhouette to Sublimation, all the things, even Glowforge. Also, if you guys are not a member of our Facebook community group, make sure you guys check that out. I believe they can drop that in the comments for us, or you guys can find it in the description. Over there, you're going to find deals for our dollar deals. You're going to find promo codes. You're going to find, that's where we do some giveaways outside of our lives. So make sure you guys are coming to hang out. We have tons of crafters showing what they're making with all of these designs. So lots and lots of fun over there. All right, so there you guys see it. So, so cute. So now I'm going to go ahead and put one of these together. I'm going to do this one right here. All right, go ahead and get it ready. So what I have now is I have my hardware. I have some jump rings and I've got a little tassel. Tassel's extra. You definitely don't have to do it. And then we've got our jewelry pliers. So the first thing I like to do is add my tassel, and I'm going to do this. I'm trying to decide the black or the gray. I'm going to go with the black. So what you're going to do is you're just going to add that tassel right on here. So you're going to see that little opening there. So you always want to open your jump rings. Mine are already pre-opened. You want to open them like this. You don't want to pull them apart like this. It'll tear it up. And then we're going to go ahead and go, see how this has the chain? We're going to go halfway down that to add our tassel. You could add it on the chain wherever you want to, but I think it's nice right there halfway through. You can take your jewelry pliers and just squeeze it shut, just like that. All right, and then we're going to take our bottom piece here, and we're going to take another jump ring, and we're going to add it to that very last one. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and take that clear acrylic, and we're just going to twist it right in there. It goes right in, so hopefully you guys can see that. Then we're going to take our jewelry pliers, and we're going to close it shut. Boom, done. So cute. Is that not adorable? Easy peasy. I'll kind of set that down there so you guys can see there. So such a great project. This is, you know, you've seen it. It was not only this bundle, it was bundles and bundles and bundles inside that one bundle for $1. So lots of keychains that you guys could be making. Once again, such a great stocking stuffer or Christmas gift, birthday, graduation, Mother's Day, you name it. This is perfect. And it's so inexpensive to make. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set that out of the way. And we're going to get ready for our 2 sublimation projects. So the first one I'm going to start off with is our is our bigger one. So let me go ahead and set some of this stuff out of the way here for a second and get ready here. So once again, if you guys are just now joining us, make sure you're telling us where you guys are from, where are you guys crafting from, and if you guys are super excited about our dollar deal, give us some hearts, give us some thumbs up so we know. And then I also want to know, are you guys after the SVG files, PNG files, Glowforge files? I want to know what files you guys are after. All right, so I'm going to move my mouse out of the way, get everything out of here. Here we go. So the next one we're working with is our sublimation wood round. I'm using my bigger. You need at least a 15 by 15 press for this. Now, in another video that's not live, one day I will test this and we'll try to press it 4 times with a Cricut Easy Press, or I'll get like the 10 by 12 and we'll try to do it in 2 presses. But for now, we're using the bigger 15 by 15. And we are going to go ahead and trim this down. Now, like I said, I printed this on a 13 by 19 because these wood rounds are 12 by 12. Now, if you wanted to print it on an 11 by 17, you can just basically, you're going to bring it in a 1/2 of an inch on each side of the wood round, and that's fine too. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. I don't really need that top part, but I'm just kind of making sure I'm covering everything up. All right. So we've got that kind of trimmed down there. And then I need my heat tape just to be safe. You'll never want to miss that. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove. Whenever you're working with something like this, with these blanks that are sublimatable, there's usually 9 times out of 10, there is a plastic coating. And all you need to do is carefully pick at it. And then you want to peel that guy off. Because if you try to sublimate on this, you're gonna mess it up because you're going to leave this plastic on. And it's going to obviously start to melt it. And it's just not going to be fun. So we're going to go ahead and peel this off. All right, just like so. It's kind of loud, I apologize. All right, there we go. So I was trying to keep my fingers off of it. If you guys noticed at the paper flower PNG, I'm gonna have to do a tutorial on that very soon with those paper flowers. Lots of fun things that you guys could do with those. So much fun. All right, so as you guys can see, I've cleaned that off. Make sure we remove any sort of fingerprints and debris. And then what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and line this guy up. So I'm just going to go ahead and get on here like so, and then take my heat tape from the back side because we don't have any room to kind of hold it. So I'm going to go ahead and get our heat tape here. All right. There we go. I'm going to flip it over just to make sure everything's looking pretty lined up. I think I could go over just a smidge. So hopefully you guys can see through there. Can you guys see through there? I'm just trying to make sure everything looks lined up. I think I'm over just a teensy tiny bit, but I'm going to live with it. So the next thing that we want to do is get ready to take this over to our heat press. But before we do, we need 2 pieces of transfer paper, unless you have one big piece you cut. Mine are these pre-cut sheets. So I'm going to take 2 over there. You just want to make sure you're protecting your press. And then I've got a heat glove. Now you want to make sure that you have already adjusted your pressure on your press. I did not. So we're going to pray for the best. And so let me go ahead and switch us up here and get ready to go. So like I said, we're using our bigger heat press. I may sound a little bit more distant over there, but you guys can definitely hear me. So we're going to go ahead and head on over. So we're sublimating this. You want to do between 390 degrees, 390 to 400 for 50 to 60 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and do the 400 degrees for 60 seconds. So it's already preheated and ready to go for us. So let's head on over here and get ready. I'm going to go ahead and swing this open, set this guy in here. Now, you may want to protect your lower platen, but this isn't going to touch my lower platen, so I'm not concerned, but you may want to put a piece of blow-off paper on there. And then we're going to go ahead and take our parchment cover, and we're going to close. I'm going to go ahead and carefully adjust. Just a little bit more. There we go. So you just need some light pressure, medium to light pressure for this. And like I said, you really want to, before you even turn on your heat press, throw that wood round in there, adjust that. You don't want it real tight. You want to make sure it's just sitting on there. And you have a little bit of a snug, but nothing, very minimal. And, but it's really good to go ahead and do that. So that way you can avoid that risk of ghosting. So we've got about About 20 seconds left for that. And you definitely want to use heat gloves, and then you want to make sure you're putting it on something that's heat resistant. I've got my little silicone pad here, but if you have something like granite countertops and stuff like that, you're going to be good to go. And the thing about these here, I'm going to turn this off. The thing about these sublimation wood rounds you have to be careful on is they want to kind of cling to the top. It's happened to me every time. So whenever you're opening that top, make sure you're carefully holding down or get your glove to kind of pull that out, because for some reason they want to. Now, whenever it lets go of it, it could cause that shift and that ghosting. So be super, super careful with that. So we're going to see how this one turned out. So let's go ahead and drop the camera and check it out. All right. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and heal. Like I said, I got off just a little bit, but how cute is this? So what's really exciting about these, like I said, is you can use adhesive vinyl. You could use your Glowforge. So you are across the board with this. You can use Cricut. You can use your Silhouette. You can use your Glowforge, like I said, whether it's a like a laser machine, any sort of laser machine, and your sublimation. So you can use your Epson or you can use your Sawgrass. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. But I wanted to show you guys today just the differences that you guys can do. You can definitely, there's lots of ways to make these wood rounds. Now, you can also take a nice wreath that may already be made with some mesh or some ribbon and things like that, and you can put this right in the center of that, and that would be gorgeous as well. Or all you simply have to do, and try to be careful because it is hot, you could definitely just apply like a string on the back. You could apply a piece of wire or whatever you want to do on the back, just using some hot glue or something like that. But here you go. I'm going to bring it up so you guys can see. Is this not so cute? Hello, spring. You guys can kind of see how thick these are, but they are a ton of fun. But once again, you can achieve this exact same look using that adhesive vinyl. So I just wanted to switch it up today just to show you some different options. So if you guys are just getting into sublimation and you guys are looking for a fun project for this spring, this summer, for the holidays, definitely check this one out. I love it so much. Now, like I said, there's a ton of cute ones for this one. Lots of cute ones like the greens that had some pinks and greens and all of that stuff for spring. So depending on the design that you want to use, there's a lot of them inside of that bundle. So there is that one. I really hope you guys are enjoying this one. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set this on the floor against my thing just so it can kind of cool, and we'll bring it back here in a little bit. So let's go ahead and move on to our glitter project with our other sublimation. Set that out of the way there. Here we go. I'm so glad that you guys are loving that. Now, with this next project, I want to point out that you could, okay, I just printed this with my, if you guys are a Gold Plus member, I used my Designscape. You guys get that for free if you guys are a Gold Plus member. And I used that program to size it down, and I just dropped it into my Sawgrass Smart Folder. So you could definitely just print that out with your Epson or whatever. So I made this about 6 inches is what I did. And I'm just going to hand cut a piece of this. But what you could do is, this is still within, for something like a tea towel, this is still within those print limits for Cricut Design Space, Silhouette, and things like that. So what you could actually do is you could load this up into Cricut and you could print this out and then add an offset and have the offset cut out. So that way it's going to be the exact sizes of these carrots and everything will be individual instead of a big piece like I'm showing you today. So you could definitely individualize. We only have 30 more minutes, guys. So make sure as soon as we are done here, you guys head on over. And especially if you're not a Plus member, you only have 1 hour. So 30 more minutes. I am so excited for y'all. It is my favorite time. I've already have my designs ready to go that I'm going to be snagging. All right, so let's see here. What we're going to do is you could definitely just use a paper trimmer if you want to. I'm just trying to size this out to see about how big. I'm going to go ahead and just trim it down. So since I'm not using a die cutting machine, and what I wanted to do today is just to show you, you don't have to have, if you just have a sublimation printer, you do not have to have a die cutting machine to accomplish this exact same thing. So I'm trying to make sure I'm cutting up enough glitter so I can go on top like this. Looks good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just get me a little bit more here. Here we go. All right. We're going to go right here, and I believe this should be good to go. All right, so I'm just making sure that is good there. And I may want to look at it and kind of straighten some things up really quick You could definitely bring in your paper trimmer to have more straight, and that's what I would recommend. I'm probably going to continue to get that. Now, another thing that you could do too is I'm going to go ahead and trim this down so I can show you. Another thing that you can do is if you're wanting to kind of fussy cut around this design is, okay, so we know that we're going to be adding this down like this, and this is going to sublimate like this. What I can do is I can pop it on the back side like this, and then I can line it up. So I can hold everything in place, and I could come back with my scissors and I can fussy cut. So I'm holding the two layers together. And now I can kind of come in like this. Just kind of keeping everything nice and tightly together. And all of these will line up here in just a second. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just continue to go all the way around. Like I said, just kind of holding the layers together real tight. Just like so. I'm almost there, y'all. Okay. Now I got off a little bit on my basket over there, so that's not going to be on there. So just to be safe, because I definitely want to make sure, y'all give me one more second. I'm going to cut it one more time. All right, but I'm going to get me a bigger piece because I want to make sure we have enough on here. All right. There we go. That should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and then trim. All right, let's do it again. Because this is our last project, so I want to make sure that everything comes out really good. Okay, so what I'm doing, and I've already cut around this one, so now that's just kind of a guide for me this time. So that's something you can do as well. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and fussy cut all the way around. And if you didn't want to hold the two layers together, you could definitely just take like an ink pen or, you know, like a heat resistant marker where the mark goes away, which is going to be on the back side of the adhesive anyways. But you can go ahead and just make those markings and then go ahead and come in there and trim away as well. Now, you guys let me know in the comments below, have you guys sublimated on glitter before? Is it something new for you? It is amazing because you can definitely sublimate on glitter. And there's something that I'm actually wanting to try very soon with one of these new presses. So you guys stay tuned for that. I don't want to give away the details, but I mean, I'm going to test something very soon. All right, so now, as you can see, these two layers are going to go together just like this, all right? So what I'm going to do is we are going to do a tack down layer for this, and then we're going to sublimate. Well, I want to sublimate this. I'm going to do 400 degrees for, well, I think I'm actually going to do, yeah, I'm going to do the 400 degrees for 60 seconds. So we're going to do that. But what I need to do is I need a 5-second tack down on this. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So let me set these out of the way, and let me go ahead and get our that's the only thing I was not ready for today. All right, got our pad here. I've got these already ready to go, and we're going to be using that new Cricut press with the app. So I've already got my app open and ready to go. So let's go ahead and get our press in here. All right, here we go. So let's turn this guy on. So number one, I'm going to turn this guy on. Now we're going to go ahead and choose our press. If you guys are new to the newer Cricut Easy presses, like the hat press, etc., I own both the hat press and the 9x9. So that's why those two are showing up. I'm going to choose that 9x9. Now, if you are using Cricut materials, you can go to Start New Project. Now, keep in mind that Cricut and Fusible ink is the exact same thing as the as Sublimation. So I could simply just go to Start New Project. I can go to Transfer Materials. I'm going to scroll all the way down to Fusible Ink Transfer Sheet. Then I'm going to go ahead and choose that I am putting this on. Let's see here. I think, let's see, hold on one second. I may have chose the wrong one. Transfer Sheets. And then we're going to go ahead. Let's see here. Ceramic coaster, pillow cover, square cover, t-shirt. We'll just choose t-shirt because it's polyester. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit next. It's telling us we're going to sublimate 385 for 40 seconds. It's going to preheat our blank for 15 seconds. So if you want to use this one, you definitely can. But I'm wanting to do something just a little bit different. I'll do the same thing, 385 for 40 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and go back here to the beginning. So I'm actually going to scroll down where it says Start New Project, and I'm going to go to Set Custom Time and Temp. So I'm going to go ahead and do that 385. All right. And then we're going to choose 40 seconds. And then what I'm going to do here is I want to preheat 5 seconds because I'm going to preheat this. And then I'm also going to do a 5-second tack down. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and send our settings to the Cricut Easy Press so you guys can see. Now it's got the time and temp going. You guys can see it here as well as here, and you can see it's got the 5 seconds. So let's go ahead and get ready. I'm going to put this here so hopefully you guys can see at the same time. I think it's a little washed out, but hopefully you guys can see. All right, our time is counting down. So this is our last project, guys, and make sure, like I said, that you guys head on over, and don't forget, if you guys are not a Plus member, make sure you cash that card out within that hour. Don't just put it in there because you'll lose it all. So let's go ahead, let's get this guy over here. And then also make sure that you guys check out, because whenever you guys check out, you guys are going to see some hidden little bundles too that you guys can snag. All right, so what I'm going to do here is whenever we place it on top for that preheat, we're going to hit go. It's going to count down. You notice the phone changed as well as this. All right, so we got our 5 seconds. Now you notice it went to the 40 seconds. I need that 5 seconds to come back here because I'm going to be pressing my glitter for 5 seconds. So I'm utilizing it. So if you actually hit the back button, it's going to go back to the 5 seconds. So notice that. So you can go backwards. So now I'm ready to go again. So we are ready to place our glitter. All right, that's not our, let me double check here. Nope, that's not the, uh-oh, I lost the glitter. Wait just a second. I have the one that I cut the first time. Here it is. Okay, we definitely don't want to mess this up. All right, so now we're getting ready to press this guy. All right, so making sure it's where I want it to be. I think this looks good. And now we're going to press it. So I just need, I can go ahead and tape this. If it's starting to buckle on you like this, just take your heat tape here. And we're going to get 2 pieces. All right. Now, keep in mind, we're about to do Q&A, which means I'm going to give you guys that special hashtag so you guys can enter the giveaway to win all 42 designs. So we're almost there, y'all. All right. So we're going to go on top. I'm going to hit that 5 seconds again. This is going to give us that 5-second tack down that we need. And then it's going to change to that 40 seconds again. So you guys see that? Now we're ready to go for that. All you need is a 5-second tack down. So what we're going to do is give it a second to kind of cool. So make sure it's sticking to your material, and we can start to peel it. If it's starting to come back up with it, just give it a few more seconds. Mine's ready to go. There we go. All right, you want to let it cool back down just for a second so it don't start sublimating on itself. All right, we're going to need this, and then we're also going to need our heat tape. Now, once again, if you use your Cricut or you use your Silhouette, you could have it individually cut out, and then you would just weed and you would put it down, and you could have these where you don't have so much white like I do. You could have it individualize these and do that offset. So if that's something you guys want to see in a later tutorial, drop it down below. Just write the word offset, and I'll definitely get that very soon. All right, so now what we're doing is you're just simply going to line everything up just like so. And then we're going to go ahead and just tape it down. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and take another parchment, and we are ready. So now we're going to do the sublimation. And I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure. So you notice once again that it's changed over here on my phone. And so it's working for us. But I love these. I love how they just change for us, and I'm not having to think about it and overdo my 5 seconds, because normally, you know, we would count that on our own. So I do love it for that feature. And I'm excited about it for the hat press as well. And we have lots of tutorials on that coming very soon. So stay tuned, as well as a live. So if you guys are just now joining us, we made lots of different projects. You guys can definitely replay this, so that way you guys can see how to make some of your designs that you're going to be purchasing today, or go over them quickly before that hour ends to see if you want to purchase any of these designs I used today. Also, I hope it gives you guys some inspiration. Whether you guys recreate these exact same things, I hope you guys got some inspiration out of it to create some projects for this spring. All right, here we go. Look at this. It's not so cute. Adorable. I'm going to go ahead and give it a second to cool. I'm going to bring this up so you guys can see. Now, I think I got it a little too hot. This is cotton here. So I bet I could bring down that temp. So you guys be mindful for your materials. And it could be just because it's hot. You know how whenever, say, for example, if you sublimate on red or press it, the colors will brighten up here in a little bit. So we'll see if that kind of cools. But check that out. Is that not amazing? It's so cool that you guys can sublimate on glitter. And then I was able to add this onto that cotton towel and create such a fun project. You guys could do this on the tote bags, t-shirts, whatever you wanted to, but yes, you can sublimate on glitter, and it just makes it a ton of fun too. It gives it that nice glitter. I do think it would look a lot better too if you guys use your die cutting machines and have it cut around these and take away some of that white as well, and just do a little bit of an offset So I love this so much. I do think this color is going to change back down here in a minute. I think it's just from where it got pressed, but it is so cute. This is just a basic tea towel. You guys, I've dropped some down below, but you can grab flour sack towels. You can grab any of the decorative ones. This one right here actually came from TJ Maxx in a pack of 4. So get out there, get innovative. Like, for example, they have ones that have super cute carrots. I was actually going to do one today, but I'd actually forgot we used both of those last time. But this is another cute, fun project. All right, so let's get ready for Q&A. All right, I'm going to go ahead. It's time. I'm going to give you guys that secret code, and then we're going to go ahead and recap. So while you guys are putting those in, I'm going to recap really quick, and then we're going to go over Q&A. The secret code is #crafters. So make sure you guys drop that in the comment down below, and you guys are going to have a chance to win all 42 designs from today's dollar deal. So you guys are going to be able to craft with those today. You guys will be able to reach out and we'll give them to you right away. So make sure you guys use that hashtag. I'm so excited. So let's recap. So we just did the tea towel with the glitter. Now you guys, hopefully y'all guys can see that a little bit of that darker press. I do think once that moisture kind of calms down a little bit more, that'll dim down. But if not, I probably with this is such a thick cotton, I probably need to bring that temp down just a little bit. So I'd bring my temp down, bring my time up a little bit. But I love that glitter. So cute. And then we made the fun keychains here. So hopefully you guys can see those. So cute. We made the Zodiac ones. So this is a fun pile. I hope you guys are going to snag that today. And also make sure you guys let us know. Are you guys planning on grabbing any of these today? Any of these designs that I've made? Here's that super duper cute bunny. So you guys can kind of see that size there. They're so cute. Adorable. And then we've got our little cute egg in there. All right. And then let me show you that wood round. Round is right here. I love the colors. I love how bright this is. But once again, inside of that bundle, there's tons of fun ones. So you guys can get those colors of the greens and the pinks and all that fun stuff for spring. Just simply use a little hot glue on this to add a piece of wire. Like I said, hang it on your door, add a little ribbon. I've showed you guys how to make some DIY ribbons with zip ties before. So definitely make sure you guys do that because it would be a ton of fun. All right, so let's get ready for the Q&A. I'm going to see what questions we have really quick. Turn this guy off, and let's see what we got. That way you guys can get ready to head on over because I think we're down to almost 15 minutes left for this dollar deal. So that way you guys can get ready to go. Let's see. Make sure you guys are using #crafts today as well. All right, so use that #crafts for a chance to win. All right, let's see. First question we got here. For when you sublimate on glitter for the tea towel, can you do the same technique with Cricut and Fusible ink? Yes, you can. So keep in mind that Sublimation and Fusible ink and their pens, as well as Artistry and all of those. I think Caesar now has their pens as well. You can use all of those the same way you do any sort of sublimation ink. So you can do the exact same thing. All right, let's see here. What do we have? Any embroidery files? Yes, we do. We have tons of embroidery files. If you guys want to see embroidery, we do have an embroidery machine in the house. So make sure if y'all want to see embroidery files, you guys want to see those tutorials, y'all drop just the word embroidery down below, and we will get that done for you. But there's tons of embroidery files, guys. All right, let's see here. On the circle, do you have to use anything else to clean the keychains or just using? No, I used to use the rubbing alcohol, which I keep like this. I'll show you a little tip. I actually keep it in a little mister bottle like this. So you could take some rubbing alcohol. That'll help break down the oils and debris as well. But I have found over time, just using a clean cloth like this, we've actually done a video on this. This is sublimating these little cloths here. But whenever you get these cloths, they come with your glass on your cell phone cases and all those things. Save those because those are perfect for cleaning and they're just enough. You don't need all the alcohol and all that stuff. All right, 15 minutes for that dollar deal, guys. Make sure you guys are using that #crafts for a chance to win. All right, and keep in mind, it's all 42 designs from the deal today. What is the heat tape holder you are using? It is this donut. I think we may have it linked down below. If not, we do have it in a few of our past videos. But I did get this on Amazon, and you can get them in a pack of like 4 or 5. But it's just a cute little thing. It holds your Cricut tape absolutely perfect. I do plan on getting another color to hold our strong grip Cricut tape, so I'm excited about that. All right, let's see here. Can you use sub ink in a Canon printer? Used to, I don't know if you can anymore. Used to, you could buy the cartridges that you could preload with. It's kind of like a needle and ink and things like that. But I am not sure. Pretty much everybody is only using the Epson printers, the Echo Tank, if you will. I believe some of the Workforce coarse ones, but mostly the Echo Tank. You can grab those for around $100 and something, or going straight to the Sawgrass, which I always recommend is go dive into like the Sawgrass SG 500, which is expensive. So if you're just getting in and you're not sure, you could just start out with an Epson. All right, let's see here. Can I use the PNG file for sublimation? Yes, you can. So all of your PNG files are for your sublimation. You make stickers, all sorts of fun things with them. But you could do your printable vinyl, but you can also turn an SVG into a PNG. So all you're going to basically do is flatten those layers, and it technically is a PNG. So you can do that as well. All right, let's see. Can the bundles be used for sublimation? Yes. So we have tons of bundles that are for sublimation, whether you're making coffee mugs, tumblers, or, keychains or whatever it may be. Tons of fun sublimation projects. All right, let's see. What glue do you use? I use the Tombow. It looks just like this. We actually have it linked below. So if you just look down in the description, look for that word Tombow, and we have it there for you. So inexpensive. It'll last you a long time. And on this side actually has a bigger, chunkier little end here. I end up never using that, but it's good for bigger pieces, right? And then you have your little intricate tip here. And really, it never does clog. I always say, but you just peel that tiny and it doesn't. It lasts forever. I've even forgot the lid off. This stuff has just done me so good. All right, let's see. What were you using glitter HTV? Yes. So this one right here is glitter HTV. And this one actually came from a Heat Transfer Warehouse, but you can purchase this all over the place. We do have one link down below for you. This is Caesar, but you can use Cricut. You can use whatever brand, StarCraft, whatever brand you want to. You just want to really stick to the lighter colors. So you can do white, but you can also do like the lighter grays and pinks and things like that. But you can sublimate on those. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? Is there any way to tell if you are already purchased one of these before? Yes, you can. There actually is a filter that you can that kind of shows the ones that you have already purchased in the past. So if you go to your purchases, you can actually check that out there. And one thing that I usually do too is in the search bar, I'll type in, Zodiac Keychains or something like that, just to see if I've purchased it before. And also in the comments below, I think Brittany can give you a little bit more information on that. Can you turn a PNG to an SVG? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So it just depends. So if it's in pieces like this, I could have really took this into Cricut Design Space and I could have sliced things out and made it separate itself. But really, no, you really want that SVG. So like I said, it's amazing because like a lot of our bundles do come with not only your PNG, it comes with your SVGs and Glowforge files as well. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? What size are your jump rings? I honestly don't know. I've never measured them, but let me see if I can get a measurement here. I'm not one that's good with like the 1/8 inch and things like that, but I'm going to try. Okay, so I think, all right, they are 1/4 of an inch. So 1/4 of an inch is what these guys are. Now, I believe the ones that we have linked below that I get, they come with the keychain hardware on Amazon. It comes with the jump rings already twisted. And then it comes with the tassels. And I think it's like $10 for all of the pieces. It's like hundreds of pieces. And then I purchased my acrylic links separate. But there is kits too. And we may have that one down below where it comes with everything, including this. But if you want to purchase them locally, like Hobby Lobby or Michael's and things like that, it is 1/4 of an inch. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? How do you keep the sublimation lines from drying out? So if you're talking about the sublimation, you can actually print that paper and you could have it in your drawer for a year. You could have it in your drawer for 2 years. I've been holding some off in my drawer that are over a year right now, and I'm going to come back with some of our designs and I'm going to press them just to show you guys. So I've actually been working on that for you guys. I've been holding on some designs to see how they would hold up, but they will. I mean, you can print things off and that ink it's good. All right, let's see here. When you sub the round, was it wood or a sub? This one is sub. Now, I have showed you guys a video. We have it here on the channel. You guys can look up, I believe, how to sublimate on wood. And I've actually showed you a product that you guys can take. So if you purchase our other wood rounds, I think we got them linked down below for the adhesive vinyl. You could take that product and coat it, and then you can sublimate on them. So you don't have to just, purchase these, but they are really nice and they're pretty affordable. So I do love these. All right, let's see here. Can you use clear HTV to sublimate on? The thing about it is the glitter has that poly count in that glitter. It's that thicker material. So I know there is some. So for example, like their holographics, you just want to bring down that tip. I do have a video I am currently working on that should be coming out hopefully soon. And I'm going to show you guys multiple types of adhesive that you guys can sublimate. All right, I think that was our very last question. So let's get ready for the giveaway. All right, let's get ready here and see. So good luck to everybody. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us and crafting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, once again, please hit that like button down below for us. And also consider subscribing if you have not already. All right, so let's go ahead and hit draw here. Good luck to everybody. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I'm so excited. I know there's a lot of you guys here hanging out with us. Who's it going to be? Dun, 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 dun. Michelle. Yay, Michelle. Thank you so much for watching us over on Facebook. We're so excited that you were here hanging out and you have won all 42 designs from the dollar deal today. So make sure you guys reach out to mail@designbundles.net to claim your prize. Just let them know that you won watching here on Facebook and that you guys are ready to claim all 42 designs. So once again, reach out to mail@designbundles.net to claim your prize. Once again, congratulations and thank you so much for crafting with us today. All right, so I want to go ahead and recap here because I think we're down to less than 10 minutes. I think we're down like 8 minutes or so. Y'all get ready, head on over to designbundles.net. You have 1 hour if you guys are not a Plus member. If you guys are a Plus member, you could still sign up right now. You could still sign up within that hour, and that's going to convert it automatically over to that 24 hours for you. So don't be afraid and think, oh no, am I too late? Nope, you're still good to go. So if you guys want to be a Plus member and you want an extra 24 hours, sign up and hang out with us. Now, also keep in mind with their Gold Plus membership, you guys do save an extra 15%. So I think it makes it like 85 cents. And plus you're going to save on all of your purchases. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.